Alrighty, here we go. Hello, Sharon. Happy Thursday to you too. I'm just making sure. Nope, of course not. Of course it's not uploaded. Come on, Instagram. Oh, there we go. Now that wasn't so difficult, was it? All right, that's done. Twitter is done. And I can close it. Oh, nope, I didn't post Twitter. There we go. Twitter's posted. All right. Okay, I need to move over here. I need to actually change that screen. There we go. Yay! Cheers. Coconut is not on her side table. She's in my shelf over here, like half of it's storage. And she's like right at eye level with me, and she's just kind of staring at me. I'm wondering what I did. I know I didn't do anything because she has a wonderful blanket there. And her vet appointment today was rescheduled, so she wants for nothing. But she's going to tell you that she's in dire straits for some reason. But yeah, that's where she goes. Like if I'm not paying attention to her and she's had it and she gets up there and she sits and she stares and she meeps. She's like meh, meh, meh. Kind of like an alarm until I like either move my tablet or I acknowledge her. That's kind of like the last resort area. Where's Happy? Happy is where he should be. Press that down a little bit. But yeah, she got a last minute save because I double checked her yearly appointment and I hadn't thought to ask like which doctor is it with, because there are two doctors and I only like them to go to this one because she's really sweet and gentle with cats. And called back in to see and like, no, she's not there. I had actually booked with the wrong doctor. And so that appointment has been moved to Monday, so she should be a happy girl. She says maybe, but not really. My life is so rough. It's always funny when she goes back to, because I originally, when I redid It's Hard Being a Cute Kitty, I know, right? It's just so many things just go wrong in a kitty's life during the day. Let's see, I had 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that's a classic 3, 2, and 1. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in here and delete 1. And let's see, let's go back out here. I want to have these a little bit bigger. I feel like I have a tiny eyelash or something stuck in my eyelash, and the fan is such that it's just tight, like just making it move enough to be a distraction. All right, there we go. I feel like I've done a receipts one before, but I know I haven't, but I'm going to search my webcomic folder anyway because I never trust myself. Okay. Oh, current week webcomic. That'll should. We might be able to R-E-T-E-I-T. Yeah, no items match your search. Recipe, okay. All right, okay. So I was looking back through my notebook, and this is a webcomic I wrote back in November, like mid-November, And there was another one I wrote that I never did, and I am just kicking myself for it because I've got to figure out what I was, or remember rather, what I was thinking, because I had a note, webcomic, floof and spider, leg day. I can imagine floof and spider. Spider never skips leg day. Maybe floof is, or spider is helping floof with floof's leg day. But so I have that one, and I'm thinking that maybe Monday or maybe next Thursdays. But this one is one I wrote, and I just drew out the frames on it. I originally called it Lazy License, but I think that it's better with receipts because of what happens. So my notes say Momo is considering a piece of paper that says Lazy License or Lazy Day, trying to determine if she can take a lazy day or not. Floofs show up with receipts of all the good things she's done this week and award her with a lazy day coupon, and they go play in nature. So what I have here is I've added a little text that says sometimes you need a friend to show up with receipts and say it's okay to take a lazy day. Because sometimes you do, like especially if you're just... You need an outside perspective sometimes to say, hey, stop, slow down, take a break. And I feel that especially if I've got like a huge to-do list and I just am like, no, I can't do it. But if I don't take it, the work suffers, and because I just struggle through. And so that's what this is about. And I've got the first frame is where she's kind of considering 2 pieces of paper, and then the camera flips and it shows you that she's kind of pushing the lazy day license away to go for the to-do list, and then the doorbell sounds and it flips to frame 4 where the floofs are crowding in the door with all of these receipts for good work, and then one is holding a paper that says a lazy day coupon. They give it to her and then they go walk out in the spring flowers. So that is what it's going to be. Yeah, I totally need that outside party. Yes. Because you're just like, you gotta hustle, you gotta do it. But, sometimes, see, there's a yin and a yang for a reason. There's a balance to everything. And if you don't have that balance, you burn out. Hey, Catherine, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Thursday today. All right. I think I'll have, as far as the single page layout, I'll have one line, it's okay to take the lazy day. Or maybe nothing here, because this is going to be where sometimes you need a friend to show up with receipts and say, it's okay to take a lazy day. I don't think I need that up here, because friends are not showing up here. She's just the ding dong door, the doorbell's going off here. So friends don't show up with the receipts until this frame. So I'm going to, yes, it was. And I rebooted it and I was all in troubleshoot mode. I had said, okay, we're gonna, I'm gonna give this an hour max, and I rebooted it and, was opening it up, and of course it wasn't working again. And I don't know what it was that made me notice the opacity. But all of a sudden it was there, and I was just like, oh my God, did I really do this? I think it may have been me switching from one brush to another and seeing in the corner of my eye was seeing the opacity slider just boop up and down. And I was like, oh my God, was that really it? And sure enough, it was. And then I went back to the VOD and I watched back, and you can just see the opacity slider booping up and down as I'm trying to figure out why it's not working. Yeah, It's a good laugh. Yeah, no, it's good to have a brain fart every once in a while. You gotta push them out. Because then you might have a brain fart on something that's really important that you can't like afford to have a brain fart on. I can afford to have it on Procreate Dreams for a day. And I'm thinking that I need to have maybe more focus on, you know, she's let's change this. So maybe she's looking, he's got one paper here, she's got one paper here. I'm just going to slide this one. And then I'm going to have a door crammed with loose. Oops. All right, and then now I want to have that. That's a really big Momo head. Maybe she'll be just enjoying. Here we go. Let's do kind of a curved path, and maybe we've got some. I do want to have like bunches of flowers. I'm just gonna do a little flower here so I know what I'm getting into, and then I'm gonna have, maybe she's gonna be a couple of leaves here walking with her, and maybe some foreground elements. Alright, something like that. And now let's make it smaller because it's a mess. There we go, that's more like it. And then I can just crop down to this area for Instagram. That'll work. Yay! I even went, I've got to do it again. I even went back on my archive page and I went all the way back to November and made sure that I didn't do anything. Now this one, yeah, this is back into January, going all the way back to November. This is November, when it should have been November 19th and 12th. I came up with different things. And then before I even had this noted down in my notebook, this is the beginning of November, and there's October with spooky time stuff. Way back to beginning of October with the Tuxie alarm. Yeah, I didn't do this comic yet, so there we go. All right. Ooh, all right. We'll go ahead and group this and mark these separately. So I'm reading a new book. My to be read pile is getting a little embarrassing actually. But I kind of have a before bed book that I read like right before I go to sleep, just to kind of disconnect from screens and stuff. And so it's with that book, which is different than my, other reading throughout the day. Those are more like, that's the fun time book. That's when I read like fiction and stuff, whatever. But I've got this one that is the Backyard Bird Chronicles by Amy Tan. And she is, if you're unfamiliar with her, she wrote the Joy Luck Club, and that was turned into a movie. That was actually one that my high school, I believe it was junior year or senior year, we did a big, call it a chapter, but it was more like several, like a week or more's worth of stuff on it. And my teacher had us, researching Chinese superstitions, and we all learned how to play mahjong, and then we, of course, dissected all the chapters and the reading assignments. Really, really interesting way she kind of laid out that particular book and reading schedule. At any rate, so this is it's a little bit of a journal of her kind of her journey into birding, which I don't want to say it probably pre-pandemic, like 2017, 2018 is when she really actively started to it. But it's also her journey from, well, not from writing, because writing is still involved, but it's also into art. And she had really beautiful paintings of all these different birds that she sees in her backyard. And so it's scheduled, it's laid out to read like a journal with all of these entries on different days. And then she has like scans of the entries, and then she expands on them a little bit with more of like not a proper journal entry, but almost like reflections on that day. It's a little bit more of a story structure. Really, really interesting. A beautifully done book too. If you like birds, if you like art, that type of watercolory sketchy, and it's not watercolor, but I think she uses graphite pen and colored pencils mostly. But I've really dove into that one, and it's okay. Did we center this? Oh, I was a little off. That's all right. Right, let's ungroup that, and I'm going to drag these two down. Uh-oh. Where are you going, my lady? Do I need to turn on your pad? It looks like I do. Oh, hold up. All right. Now you can jump. And I'll turn on your heating pad. Oh, you want to squish? Okay. You can squish. All right. All right, she's happily squishing now. Let's center, center, center. Whoops. Oh no. Oh, well, back to the heating pad. Okay. Indecisive. Oh, there we go. Let me get my title up here. Weeks. I really want it. Oh, I can't. Just all I'm thinking about is floof and spider leg day. I'm gonna figure it out because there's a good one in there, and I need to do a Meowzilla. I haven't done a Meowzilla episode in a while. Go away. Just keeps. I think it's this little hair right here that I'm sure you can't see, but I can see it because it's like a flyaway and it's like itching my nose. All right. Hey Dee, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day today. It is like really windy here, but it's been kind of weird. The last few days it's been super cloudy, like it looks like it's going to, dump a ton of rain, but it doesn't. And I've seen some like cell phone footage. Well, no, it wasn't cell phone footage of like storm chasers. Apparently in Arkansas there were some big tornadoes over the last few days, which is kind of nuts because was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday or Monday. I was driving by one of the grocery stores and I saw one of the storm chaser vans, and he had it all wrapped up with stickers, and it had, oh God, was it Storm? It wasn't Storm King. Oh shoot. It was a black SUV with white letters, and it didn't appear to have a lot of weather equipment on it, but I saw that and I was like, oh God, why are they here? Maybe they were just stopping in Houston on their way up to Tornado Alley or something. But I remember I saw, this was actually, yes, it was that weekend, not weekend, it was, I believe it was a Monday or whatever, when we almost got caught in that that horrible Joplin tornado, we saw the tornado chasers, the storm chaser vans. That one had like all of the equipment on it. It looked like a weird looking tin can with all of these, you know, antenna and things poking out of it. Yeah, I think it was a, yeah. I'm glad you're hanging in there, Bee. I feel like Momo's head is a little off here. Maybe it's just my drawing that's off. Maybe just a tiny little, like she's thinking. There we go. Do a Waterloo with the Halls. That would not be good. Okay, something's wrong. Maybe this needs to be just a little bit longer, but I kind of not too happy with that eyeball. Alright, I'm gonna group. Whew, I'm gonna group. Nope, I'm gonna group it. There we go. Maybe that's okay. Seems like it might be a little bit. Although I could do, because like, you know, she's... That could be. Let's tighten that up a little bit. No, that looks weird. about I tip this just a bit, just to kind of do something like that. Alright. Why? Okay, we're just gonna. Boop. There we go. Oops. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There we go. Better. That's better. Still want to tip this and move it a little bit. So let's group. Yeah, it seems like she's more worried. Oops. How did that happen? Obviously, I drew it. I'm gonna need the other side of this paper. Bloop. And bloop. Oh, no, no, no. I'm going to draw the Lazy Day coupon in its entirety and close. I want to maybe... if I group this section that she's putting it down on the table, I don't want to blur it out. Like, I want you to, she's like, the blur is on this and the focus is on the to-do. Oh dear, how do I draw it? That's how I draw you. Yeah, I think that's how you draw a D. let's just group and group and group. Make it a little smaller so you can see. And let's bring this down a little bit more, maybe some other time. Group that because I do want to block it out, so it's probably just lightly different than the tabletop color. Not line art different, but maybe just a couple of points below, or brighter rather. Oops, I need to go bigger. Or maybe instead of doing the whole blur thing, I'll do this in a lighter line art color with this in the highest contrast line art color. And yeah, I think that'll work. This. So we've got her to-do list there, and perhaps quizás. Just do a little bit of a shadow there. I'm going to have this on a different line art color. Let's go ahead and drop this down, and I'm going to group this section too. To the back. Go. All right, that is done. Let's hit save. Are we back to where we need to be? No. Right. Just a tiny bit off there, but nothing that my smoothing tool can't help. You know that this little bit need to curving around this face is kind of curving like this. Oh, I forgot your stripes, Momo. How can I forget your Wi-Fi signal? There you go. Now you can connect to the mothership. There we go. And let's just take it. Oh, I did not group a darn thing, did I? Shame. Right. There we go. Now I need to do a ding dong. Let's make this ding dong smaller. That's what she said. All right. All right, let's go over here. I need an exclamation point. There we go. Hey Clint, welcome to the stream. Okay, let's move this down. Doot, there we go. And swoop. Oh, ding dong. Whoops. Doot. I feel like this is weird. Let's leave it like that. Because it implies, well, I mean, she is a curved kind of like a teardrop shape. That is casting shadow from her head. Her arm will probably get shadow, but maybe... No, yeah, I'll just leave it. Bring those to the front, and group, and group, and group. Alright, so now I can move this out. And I should, really? Should be able to adjust everything up since I've taken out the text that was going to be here. I'm going to drop this text in. I'll go ahead and bring this down too. Alright, I can't do it anymore. I need the halls. Alright, let's see what our halls says today. Oh, that's the one that I don't like. Power through is good. Don't waste a precious minute. That's good. Put a little strut in it. And then the one I don't like is inspire envy. I don't like that one. All right. That up just a smidge. Let's go over here. Oh. Sometimes you need a home to show up with receipts inside. Oops. Right now, the best panel, Fluke with Receipts. They have all the receipts. Oop. I guess this is a door, and that's the door, yeah, that's the door frame. And then here's the door. And let's just be ridiculous and put some hinges here. Even though you're not going to see hinges on the inside of the door. Never mind. Heck. There we go. Weird eyelash. Alright, so now we need to group. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Glad you're enjoying it, Dee. Uh-oh, my... Yes. I'm gonna have him here, and this one is gonna be like, yo. I'm gonna move this one. Scooch. There we go. I need to make this one a group so I can color and edit. So I'll need to draw in a little bit more over here. Make point size a little smaller because I've got to write on these papers now. Those good deeds this week. He's like, look at that. And then a big receipt. I want it to be able to be read. And I think what I'm just... I'll keep this one in a group. I was going to erase everything behind it, but... I like this guy. He's the best. God, I know I'm not spelling it right, but... Or no, I am spelling it right, because I already checked, because I was originally spelling it wrong. Okay. First receipt is not looking like a real word now anymore. Nope. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright. Alright, you are standing behind the door, so your whiskers would not be popping in front of the door. Go. And let's loop, loop. Nope. Loop, loop. There we go. Aww. My control key came off again. This thing isn't broken, but it just, well, maybe it is broken, but it never stays on. It's like not, and this was a replacement from the actual manufacturer. It's weird. It just always flips off. I'm just gonna erase this. It's bugging me. All right. There we go. All right, save. And oh, well, I've been streaming for an hour. I got a lot done. All right. It's all wrong. Second. Right. Take that down. Erase, erase, erase. Whoops. Erase, erase, erase. Oh, more erasing. Go. I'm just gonna draw the whole floof. I just look, the belly is not that far out. It's a little bit better, but not really. Ooh, ooh. It is right, but okay, let's make this lazy day coupon. Lazy day pass. Go. And now I can erase everything behind the lazy day pass, which is a lot. But not the paw. There we go. Just everything I struggled to draw with the floof. Turns out it didn't matter. How do you like it, Dee? 30%. Let's put some shading in here. And that means, so me getting this comic like nearly done is going to mean I can spend I've got some time I can spend on the sticker update, which I was originally going to do. I have to take product photography. I've got to take, well, of course, set up the products themselves, and I also have to do inventory. So, with how things were going, I was thinking maybe like tomorrow that would be a majority of that, but I can get this done pretty quick. I mean, shading is already in. The worst, most detailed frame is going to be this last one. So I could possibly split that up, maybe do inventory later tonight. Light, maybe do some of the pictures today, depending on the light. And but split it up that way, and maybe actually be able to get it done instead of all at once. Save! Save again. Hydrate. Momo's good deeds this week. I should do to do continued on the back of that. Actually, no. No, I think it's okay, actually. Alright, let's go! A little bit more here. There we go. Yeah, nice. All right. Throwing this in because I am at it on my screen up here. It looks... no. No. Try again. Try again. And let's make a group. I'm going to draw some flowers over here, and I wanted to have a nice big display over here. What on earth? What have I done? Maybe a bud. Something like that. That's kind of showing over here, and maybe making a splash in the back. Oh, that's a wonky face, but maybe I can save it. Because part of it is not going to be... appears to be like that maybe. Alright, I saved it. We are declaring Momo's face saved. Right, and she has a Floof friend that is holding her paw. So Floof friend is going to have to move up here a little bit. Oh. Move in here. I need you to be looking up. Maybe I moved Floof friend too close. There we go. Give you some room, Floof friend. And let's group you, Floof friend, because you're going to have to hop in front of those flowers. And I could probably move them both just a smidge. I'm going to group Momo too, just to make things easier. Is that every bit of Momo? It looks like it is. Alright, so now I'm going to take her in Floof friend. Now I'm just going to move her over here. There we go. I think I'll put big Floof. Here in the background with this butterfly. Alright, back out. Group you too. Bottom of this Floof is a little flat. right, and then I think I'll probably do another group of something here and then kind of like that. So I'm going to group this little rough mess and make sure that that's grouped, and I'll 30% it so I know that when I come back I need to draw this and fill this in. But this is mostly done. I just have to do that little bit of filler in the back, which is cool. But I'm going to go ahead and call the stream there. And I'm going to move the sketch out because I don't need any of that anymore. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll come into this group and I'm going to do just a little something over here that will make me know that I want to have a nice kind of gardenish area that they're going through. All right, so let me bring this over and show the full comic. All right, so I've got title is receipts, and I've got Momo. She's looking at two pieces of paper and she's putting down one that says lazy day coupon, and she's saying maybe some other time. And she's opting for her to-do list, and then the doorbell rings and the narration over narrator whatever text starts. Sometimes you need a friend to show up with receipts and say, and we see the floofs. They're at the door with a bunch of receipts of Momo's good deeds, and they hand her a lazy day pass. And the narration continues with, it's okay to take a lazy day. Sometimes you need a friend to show up with receipts and say, it's okay to take a lazy day. Hey. Hey. All right. So that won't take me too long to color at all. I've already got all the shading done on the first 5 frames. I'm going to put a little bit more time into the line art on the last one, and I'm guessing that this will be a really cute daily to do the last and just release that. And I might do like cut it right here for a free wallpaper. I think that would be an easy crop. So I'll get that done, and that'll be the post for tomorrow. And I did hit save, so let me go here and shift to the ending screen. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Sharon. I hope you have a great rest of your day too. Catherine, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. I hope you have a great weekend and rest of your Thursday and week. And I will be back on Tuesday with animation. And I've learned my lesson to always check the opacity on my brush. So hopefully we won't have any more debacles like we had on Tuesday. But yeah, thank you again so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.